Looking at it. Hello, I want to welcome everybody to Vibe Time with Jerry. I got my co-host David Flowers on the air with me, and we are going to be talking to Holistic Wellness Blends, and they are based out of California. But before I do that, I just need to make a couple of announcements. One of the biggest announcements is, as y'all know, with paranormal stuff, if you want all the latest activities and everything that's going on, just go to John Stevens' page under Virginia Paranormal Events. Or you can go to his website, www.virginiaparanormalevents.com, which is a really good website because it gives you a little bit more detail of stuff that's going on. There's a lot of different private investigations coming up. A lot of people have a lot of different activities going on. So if you go check out his page, you'll be able to see it there. That's probably the best place to go. I've seen, I thought I saw on Facebook somewhere where there was, wasn't there one that was kind of close to that? Do you remember seeing it? I just can't remember the name of it, but I'm talking about Virginia Paranormal Events. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get us to go public because we wasn't public on my wall. There we go. Virginia Paranormal Events. I thought that somebody had come up with a page that was similar to that. I just can't remember where I saw it at. I'll have to go back and look because nothing will top John Stevens' page ever. So
Paranormal Virginia?
That could be it. I'm not sure. Hello, there I am. Yeah, there we are. All right, so we got Lori Bradley and her husband Steve holding on the line, and they're going to be talking to us about holistic wellness blends. And for y'all with the Manor House investigations too, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays, 9 p.m. You pretty much, it's at Powhatan Resorts. What's the address? Can never remember.
3601 Ironbound Road in Williamsburg.
Yep. Sorry. Can't ever remember. He knows it. You go to the gate. You tell him you want to go to that you're going to do the Manor House ghost hunt. We recommend that you get there at what time?
No later than 8:45.
Got that? No later than 8:45 if you're going to show up. And they also do private paranormal investigations, but you got to get a hold of David Flowers for all that. Right there.
Yeah.
You can't just, you just can't.
Email me at vapor757.david@aol.com, or you can message me through Facebook.
Yeah, message him through Facebook, and he'll be able to set that up for you. I do know one investigation off the top of my head. It's going to be at the Cabin on 360. It's a public investigation. I believe it's going to be on the 20th. And that's pretty much all the paranormal stuff I know. So let me get Lori and Steve off of mute because our show is only an hour. Hello.
Hi, Jerry.
How are you? You're unmuted. You doing okay?
We're doing fine out here. It's a little bit cooler out here, I think, than where you are.
Yeah, it's been a little breezy, just a little bit breezy here today, but I'm not going to say it's overly breezy. But it was a nice day. I mean, I missed most of it because I've been indoors and running around all over the place, but I got a chance to breathe it for a couple minutes.
Good.
Yep. So, sunny California, how hot is it there?
So we're sitting in the high 70s, low 80s.
Nice.
It's supposed to be 72 this weekend, so I think it'll be perfect weather for the July 4th.
Yeah. Make sure I ain't echoing anywhere. Everybody on Facebook can hear me well, I hope. Kimberly, you're my soundtrack person. We okay? I want to make sure we're good. Yeah, I don't know what the temperatures are supposed to be in Virginia, but we got a lot of stuff going on, and our town is getting pretty much packed with tourists and campers, and because we live on 4 campsites or by at least 3 campsites, so it gets pretty busy out here in the little 458 town of Urbana. All right, so we're
Big holiday weekend.
Yeah, big holiday weekend, waiting for it to get over with, to be quite honest with you. At least I don't have to go to all these big places for fireworks, because we have fireworks and I just step out my backyard, go down the hill, grab my chair, and then I can see fireworks where I ain't got to go to Yorktown or anything like that. So that'll be on Friday.
And you get to see them over water, right?
I do. I get to see them over water. And what I'll probably end up doing is sharing them like I do. I'll get on, and then after that, my neighbors compete. It's really cool. So I'll sit out there, and then one neighbor will shoot fireworks off on one end, the other one shoots them off right behind us, and so I watch them compete, and it's hilarious. So I get my own free fireworks show. Yeah, and I ain't talking about the little fireworks either. I'm talking about that bottle rocket, the bottle rocket competition, and I'm like, this is pretty cool. So yeah, I'll be sharing that with y'all too. So
we're more worried of starting a fire than having more fireworks.
Yeah, well, we got fireworks too. We just shoot them all off the pier. So
Cool.
yeah, it's really cool. We go on our neighbor's pier, and we just, if we got fireworks, we just shoot them off there, so we don't have to worry about anything. So, holistic wellness blends, my favorite blends. My favorite blends.
Yeah, that's a real labor of love, I've got to tell you.
Yeah, they smell so good, and they feel so good on your skin. Like, how did you get started in that? What prompted you to start holistic wellness blends?
Well, Lori has had a lot of ailments as she's gotten on in life, and it seems like Western medicine is more of if it doesn't cure you, it'll kill you type of mentality. And we basically have been forced to try and find something that is more natural based.
Hi,
that maybe our grandparents probably knew of, or we've all forgotten about it. And it's coming back to what's natural and how to use it. So it's kind of, like I said, a labor of love, and we're finding that over time, a lot of people are really enjoying what we're coming up with. But it's all been set up to be used for Lori. She experiments on me with it, but it's pretty much all things that she needs for her body. And all of a sudden, you start finding that everybody else is the same. We all have these issues, and it's like, oh, what do I do for eczema? What do I do for dry skin and aches and pains? It seems to be something that's typical with everybody, and it's just blown up. It's one thing goes on top of another, and somebody makes a request. Hey, do you make this? Well, no, but we can try, and we do some more experimenting, and lo and behold, we've got another cream that works as well.
Yeah. Yeah, that, because they feel really good. They feel. David, you got the comments right for me?
Yes, I do.
Okay, thank you. Because my AD Triple HD will kick in, and I'll get off of focus. So as long as I know he's got comments, I'm good. Yay! Appreciate it. So I have tried several. I know. I have tried several different creams, and I like them all. I haven't been able to
They're all
find.
really nice.
Yeah, I haven't been able to find one. They just feel really, really, good on your skin. Yep, even Kimberly.
Yeah, a lot of research goes into what goes in a cream. When
It-
I start to think about something that someone is complaining about, or they send me a picture and they say, "Look at this, look at my hands," and their hands look like hamburger meat. I'm like, "Oh, where did you stick your hands?" First of all,
Right.
Second of all, I'm like, "Well, what did you put on it?" So what I'm finding is a lot of people still rely on Western medicine, and that's fine for certain things, but there is a place for homeopathic and holistic alternatives. So in this case, when you have something that can easily be put on the largest organ of your body, your skin,
Right. That's right.
and it will give you relief, why not try it? So yesterday or the day before, I had someone send me a couple pictures, and like I said, their hands look like a hamburger meat. So I had a friend come by, and we spent 5 hours making a new, I'm sending you a sample, Jerry, making a new balm, and it is just amazing. When you spend the time to research it and then test it out, I've already sent a bunch of testers out, so I'm sending you a tester.
Thank you.
And to find out it works better than even the all-in-one. And the
Oh my
all-in-one
goodness.
is
Now the all-in-one is
all,
your all-in-one is
you know,
really good. So you're doing one that's is it a up step from that then?
yeah, it's a step up. So what we were finding is people, at some point when you have a skin issue, and it be it atopic or atopic dermatitis or
Yeah.
eczema or psoriasis, or you just were gardening and you got some salve on you and it totally messed you up.
Yeah.
Everyone tries the regular creams or salves you put on. Well, and then they load, oh, well, that didn't work, so we'll load something else on, and we'll load something else on.
Yeah,
And what happens is the reaction of all of that crap that you just invaded into an already angry, inflamed area doesn't even know what to do with all that crap. So what we try to do, we try to take everything in its most natural form and mix it with botanicals that we grow here in our greenhouse, or we can get in a dried form. There's no, these are all gluten-free, they're vegan, they're not tested on animals, they're all natural, there's no toxins in them.
Nope.
And for a little bit, when we make these, we kind of rely on the old school way of doing it, like how our grandparents did it.
Right.
Like I still melt it in a double boiler in a big bowl. I don't stick them in a microwave. It's all about how you put the ingredients together, and it's kind of like lead with love. So our company isn't a cosmetic company. It really is an alternative holistic wellness homeopathic company.
Right. And I left the Facebook Live for a minute because y'all are on the phone, but I'm actually on StreamYard. So, this is when can I talk a little bit about your stuff when it comes? Is that okay with y'all?
Yes, we're looking at you now.
Okay, you're looking at me now. So when her stuff comes, it comes in beautiful packaging. I'm going to tell you. That's the first thing I'm going to tell you is it's packed nice. The stuff don't leak. I've never seen packing like it. Beautiful packing and beautiful labels. And I don't have everything because everything is like sitting on the edge of my dresser. But anyway, it comes in different things, different little tins that she has certain things in. But not only that, it comes with the information card. So it comes with a little information card and it tells you what's in it, right? Everything that's in it, what to do with stuff. Not to steal from their show. It's just, the packaging and the way she does her stuff is just beautiful. And like I said, everything just feels good on your skin. Like some of the stuff is so good you could eat it. I mean, it just smells that good. Now,
No, don't eat it.
yeah, don't eat it.
We get a lot of people says that. Hey, can we eat it?
Yeah.
No.
No, eat it.
Yeah, but it smells so good. Like the raspberry. Oh my God, this one, this is my favorite. The raspberry citrus. And this stuff I put on my face. And you know, when you're thinking of raspberry, because I'm looking, when you're thinking of raspberry, you're thinking, oh my God, she's putting a bunch of raspberries on her face. But can you kind of break down the fact that this stuff has health benefits to it? It's beneficial to the skin, and that's why you put stuff in it. The different things that you're using. Go ahead.
So what we tried is what we try to use is stuff that won't clog your pores, that will bring, is an antioxidant, is a non-inflammatory, things that will, and we do put real raspberries in our raspberry citrus cream, and that is why it's so good.
Essential oils.
A lot of different essential oils. We will take dried lavender or other flowers, and we will run them through an infusion machine. We have 2 or 3 of them here, and mix it with, say, a hemp seed oil or a camellia or a calendula. All of those things have wonderful properties for healing and for moisturizing, and it's amazing, especially for women. A lot of the creams that we use and butters are good for the collagen in our skins and our hair regrowth. So when you put this on your skin, even though you're not putting it on your hair, you're feeding your skin. So everything that feeds your hair is still getting all the good stuff that's in it. But we do research it. So what we try to do is we always try to put a vitamin C, because vitamin C is a really healing element into a lot of things that we make. It's a powerhouse. Vitamin C is so good for you.
Yeah.
Vitamin E, vitamin A, all these things, people think retinol is something that man-made up. No, it's a breakdown of vitamin A and some other things. So if you can find what the high-priced creams are using in the most natural form,
right,
and find what they will blend well with. See, that's where the beauty is we know how to blend it. We know what to add for it to make these amazing scents. We have 2 proprietary scents that are Ruby Hippie and Peace Out, and you can't find those scents anywhere else.
Nope.
But when you put it in something, they're like no other scent. And everyone knows when they see those 2 labels, oh my God, that's holistic, all this one, because it's just made so well. And those are 2 specialty creams. So we get questions for specialty creams. Hey, I have restless leg syndrome, or I have gout, or I have neuropathy, or, any kind of malady, Charlie horses. So we'll turn around and we'll find those essential oils and butters that actually treat and give you the highest level you can get to feed your body what it needs to convert it into that restorative period where it can finally calm down and begin to heal.
Right.
You have to know how to blend them.
That's right.
And you have to blend them.
One of the other things, too, that really needs to be talked about, Jerry, is that, the big manufacturers, they're making their stuff in huge vats, and they're transporting it to remote locations. And what do they have to do? They got to put preservatives in.
Mm-hmm.
They've got to make it so that it's going to last for a year on the shelf. Well, that's not very conducive to something that's going to work well with your skin. So we don't want to turn ourselves into a mummy. We want to hydrate our skin, and all those preservatives, we don't have those, which means when you get this stuff, you've got to refrigerate it. You've got to take care of it. You just don't leave it on the shelf in the sun. It doesn't work that way.
Right.
But that's the beauty of this stuff is it's made to be used now.
Yeah.
It'll last for a while if you keep it in the right conditions. And when I mean a while, it'll last for 6 months. It's not a problem.
Depending on what it is.
Depending on what it is.
Some are 18 months, some are 12 months.
Right. So that's a big issue with find in a drugstore or a pharmacy today is that preservative factor that really it's really not helpful for our skin.
Right.
And it nullifies all the good things that are put into a product. So when we have to use a preservative, like when I have to make that red raspberry cream that you just love, I use a natural preservative, something that originally comes from a plant-based or a water-based, so that it will set the balance in the cream or the lotion. So I'll use something like Optifit. Optifit is a safe natural preservative. Anyone can look it up. I will not put something like all those. When you look at something that says the preservatives and they're like 15 syllables, if I can't say the word, I'm not putting it in.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many times do you looked at what's on the ingredient label on the bottle and go, what the hell is that?
Right. Right. I did that recently with with a deodorant that I had got. There's not one word on there that I would have to go Google every single word because I don't know what it is.
Well, and the other issue too is side effects.
Yeah.
I mean, how many times have we watched the medical commercials on the 5 o'clock hour, and at the end of the commercial they go through all the side effects besides maybe growing a third arm, and
right.
It's like, wow, wait a minute, we want something that's not going to have such an effect that it's possibly going to kill us.
Yeah.
It's just the opposite of what we're trying to achieve.
Yeah.
And imagine being a healthy person, okay? Imagine being someone in your 30s, you're doing half marathons, you're healthy, you're working, you've got what you think a balanced life. And then all of a sudden one day you wake up and your body develops an autoimmune or develops something wrong with it. Out of your control. You didn't cause it. You had nothing to do with it. Just in your DNA. Something just triggered it. And you've got to figure out, how do I get my balance back? How do I get back to where I was before? So this is what we try to do, is we try to bring everyone back to balance. And I was one of those people.
Yeah.
I lost quite a few organs, and I'm balanced, and I'm doing it without those chemo drugs and those infusion drugs that my doctors were screaming at me, telling me I had to continue. No, I don't. If you can find a better way, and it's natural, you've got to go a better way.
Yeah, when all the drugs that the doctors are specifying that you should have, their side effects is it causes you not to breathe. Wait a minute. This isn't working, kids. We need to get back to something that is it's going to be a little bit more conducive to how we live day to day.
Right.
It's really about finding that balance again, and I think that's part of why we've developed what we have. It really is.
Yeah, and it's a really, I mean, like I said, it's a really good product. I mean, all the products, and I mean, y'all, you just don't do the lotions; you do candles too.
We do quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and those smell good enough to eat too.
Oh, yeah. So
Stop it.
You can't eat them.
I know you can't eat them,
We do candles.
but they do smell good.
Yeah. We have candles. We have soap. We have. We're doing shampoos and conditioners. Those are not out yet because they're being tested at the moment. Everything gets tested before anything goes out. We have a lot of friends who would raise their hands when we say, "Hey, we have a new product. Do you want to test?"
Mm-hmm.
So we have a few things behind that are out, but website's going
Hi,
up
Lucy.
probably next month finally.
Yeah.
So it will launch, and there will be. We will probably open with not all of the products, Jane, because we have so many. We will open with a
Oh yeah.
We have a dog line. Our dog line will be on there. We have our candles on there. We have some whipped soap that's just to die for. With the Groovy Hippie and the Peace Out set only right now. But we also are making bar soaps and natural soaps and stuff like that. So it's exciting.
Yeah.
It's all coming together.
Yeah. And so your website's going to come up and you're going to revamp some stuff on social media. We're going to do that as well, correct?
Yeah, that's going to come. That's going to come once the website gets up. Right now, we do have a Facebook account that's live, but we're going to readdress that once the website comes up, so that we still have a social presence at all times.
Right, right.
But so once the website comes up, everybody that knows us on Facebook, we're going to make a switch. And at that point, we'll have both the website and Facebook probably within a couple months.
That'll work. That's really cool. Go ahead.
Our website's a little different than just a regular store. Our website, again, is about finding balance and health and wellness. So you're going to see on our website a community page. You're going to see also on our website Vanessa Hogel, as you know, is one of the artists on our website. There's a rotating artist page of people who have helped us. It took a lot of people to get this company up and going because we're not 30 anymore.
Right.
And so we decided to do a community artist page and put those artists out there with some of their work. We also partnership page series is a partner on our partnership page, but she won't be up there for a couple months.
Yeah.
And that is a real interesting page because those are like-minded people who are all into the sustainability of our economy and our environment and trying to go the healthy route. And that will be like free advertising that people can get in and they can go to those people's web pages and we can partner with them. So our website is not just a store. Our website has a blog and it has a little bit about us on it, but it really is a kind of different website. We hope you guys enjoy it. It's taken a long time to get up and go.
Yeah,
really
but I think once it gets up and gets running, it's just going to be well worth all the work that y'all have put into it because y'all have put in a lot of work into what y'all are doing. And that's what sets y'all aside from all these products out here and all these big box company too, is that you are a small family owned business. And it's almost like you're Lori, you're a one-man show with doing all the research and getting all that product put together with your recipes. And I mean, that's a lot of work. That's not,
I don't make any illusions here. Lori's the driving force here. And it's been mostly from necessity
right.
for the ailments that she had.
Yeah.
There's the old adage that getting old isn't for sissies.
No.
And I think we're all in that category. So it's either be a sissy or step up. And we've had to do a lot of stepping up here. And Lori's been the driving force on this, and it's helped a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of labeling that goes on. We do everything from the creation to the labeling. We looked into, when anyone starts a small business, first of all, we have never, ever worked in the widget industry, Steve or I. Steve is an architect. He still has his own firm. He's had it for many, many, many years. And our goal here was just to keep doing what we were doing until people came forward and said, please form a business. And so we have never, ever had to deal with, dealing with widgets. So it's been a little bit difficult to figure out how to navigate that field. But in the end, this is hopefully going to be something that Steve can retire, and we can do this in place of what
Steve was doing. I'll end up being the chief bottle washer. So if you guys want to know who cleaned the bottles, that'll be me. But
and he does my labeling. I just give him a sample. Okay, these labels go with this. All of our stuff goes into colored jars because we want to keep the sun out of them and keep them fresh.
Yeah.
So I make a model and I put the labels with everything, and I just go, okay,
Yeah, I'm not all up into that.
I've been looking at Dave over there, and I've been thinking, Dave, my office is about a half a mile away from the Whaley House. So I figure you probably might know where that is in San Diego. And yes,
Hi,
yes,
Anita.
I have seen something, or so we could talk about that sometime.
Yeah.
There's a very famous bar right across the street from there, and yeah, I've got a chair with my name on it somewhere in there. And there's been way too many times I've come out of that place and looked over there and go, nah, I'm going to go the other way.
It's haunted. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Everybody knows the Whaley House.
Yeah, if you guys get to San Diego, you should set up a tour there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tours.
But with your background, you probably can get a private tour to be able to go in there at night and, for a period of time.
Well, shoot, they're your neighbors. You can talk to them.
Nothing scares them. Nothing scares them.
I'll be across the street in the bar with my margarita, so if you guys want to talk to me, I'll be over there.
That's funny. Margaritaville. You'll be a Margaritaville.
Yeah. They got good margaritas there.
No, I'll be sticking with Lori. I'll be sticking with Lori and her product. I'll just help her.
I'll be drinking some margaritas.
I didn't realize y'all lived that close to that spot. That's really cool.
Yeah.
That's real cool.
I used to live in Escondido. Say again? I used to live in Escondido. No,
really?
No kidding. We're right down the street in the Vista Oceanside area. Okay, yeah. My little sister is born in Oceanside.
Oh, my gosh. You guys should come out. He knows the area.
Well, yeah.
He already knows the area. It wouldn't be far.
Jerry, this sounds like a business trip to me.
Well, I got to get myself free to come on out there. Lori knows I run by the seat of my pants on a daily basis.
Yeah, day by day.
Yep, day by day. Every day. It's like, try to take a nap, it don't work.
Yeah.
It's one thing after the
you're
other.
You're lucky. You get a nap. I don't get it very often.
Oh, yeah.
No naps lately.
I think I got like a 20, maybe a 20-minute, and that was it. If that, I was wiped out from bouncing from one place to another and Reiki and readings today. And I just was like, so I just needed to rest my brain for a second, but it was very short-lived. Trust me. Very short-lived.
Well, it's funny when I was listening to the opening song before you guys came on, it was interesting because one of the lyrics in there was about how to survive.
Yeah.
And it just kind of struck me that that's kind of what we're doing here is trying to find something that allows us to survive with a little bit of comfort as we do it.
Yeah.
And I think that it kind of comes around full circle to finding a way to use these salves and balms and creams and lip balms and all this stuff. Use it on a timely basis, and you'll find that it helps out quite a lot.
It does.
I've got injuries from when I was a kid. When I was younger, when I did a lot of stupid things, and I don't have very good knees anymore. And every time I get up in the morning, I put that salve on my knees, and it takes until the middle afternoon before I feel my knees. So that's good. I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
And, that's what it's all about. You know, we're all moving in that direction, and we need a little bit more help than when we were 21 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to try some of that. Just don't eat it.
Don't eat it.
Take stuff, or was that someone's house?
I'm sorry.
Jerry, did we send stuff today?
No.
Of course.
No, you didn't. No, that's not what I said. She said, had she had sent anything to you? I told her no, you hadn't. But
No.
Oh, it was Jean.
it was who?
Jean? No, who was it? Who did we send it to? The guy that we sent it to. Cabinet 360.
Oh,
I
Dennis.
think we sent it to Dave, but Jerry didn't give it to him.
No, we sent it to, you sent it to Dennis. Dennis got it.
Oh, that's fine, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now
Okay.
the one that you put on your knees, which one is that one?
So peace out, isn't it?
Peace out.
Yeah.
Peace out.
Yeah, I think I put some in a little tiny container for him to try because I'm greedy with my stuff.
He is, Katie. He is.
I am. I'm a greedy bitch. What do you want me to say?
I knew it.
when it comes to when it comes to her stuff, I have a hard time sharing it. I'm sorry. I know that she wants me to. She's like, I have to share, but it's hard. I'm guilty. I can't help it. That stuff helps me go to sleep. I have restless leg syndrome sometimes, and it takes it out instantly. Like within 2 minutes, it's gone. I can go back to sleep. I've had nights where I get a cramp in my leg so bad that I used to have to get up, walk around constantly until it went away. But when I feel it coming on, I just slap that on there and it's gone. So I don't have to be getting up every, once a night and roaming around my house or even going outside. I'd have to go outside and just walk around so I wouldn't wake up everybody in my house walking all over the place because my house is not very big. I call it a little tiny cottage house. That's what I call it, the cottage house, because whoever built this one built it as if it's like a little cottage. And so rooms are very close. So I don't want to wake up people. It's not spread out.
Yeah.
It's real close together. So it's like,
I have the same problem. I will get, if I do a lot of exercise, whether I'm
shit, I ain't
cutting
even
bushes
doing
out in
that.
the yard or having to do a long walk or something like that, that night I'll get a cramp as well in my leg. And you're absolutely right. You take a little bit of that peace out cream and you rub it on there, and it takes about a minute, maybe two, and it's gone.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, that sounds good.
So I think I took a sample one and gave it to you, but it's one of your littler sampler ones, right? I think so. For the knee.
Yeah, tiny one.
Yeah, tiny one. But it's I mean, a little bit of that goes a long way too.
Right.
I mean,
those samples are just exactly that. They're samples.
Right.
You got one, maybe two shots out of those things, and you'll be able to understand how it goes on, and,
right.
How it feels on the skin and stuff like that.
Right.
But it's just a sample, as you said.
Right. And that's because, I don't know if somebody could have a reaction to it, or maybe it's just not a good fit for them. I know it's a good fit for me, but it may not be. They may need to do something else. You know what I mean? They might have to try something else from you. So that's what I did with another person too. Remember at our Boo Bitch event, I just put little tiny samples in their bag because I know it works for me, and I don't let the stuff sit. I don't let that stuff sit. I use it. I'm not going to let it sit. So that's what I mean by I'm a greedy bitch. Or, I'm greedy when it comes to that.
Lucy Davenport's asking for a website or a Facebook page.
They do have a Facebook page. It's Holistic Wellness Blends. Their website is going to launch next month. Am I right with that?
Yes.
That's correct.
Yeah. So
the website is verifying it.
Right.
We always done.
Right.
So if people send us an email at Holistic Wellness Blend LLC
Mm-hmm.
at gmail.com
Mhm.
and let us know what they would like a sample of and give us their name and their address and their phone number. Or even if they have a question, we'll call them back. And we have done this often.
Yeah.
And we'll send them out samples.
Yeah.
Free charge. We don't charge you anything.
Yeah. We know David Flowers is going to sign up for that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's really important because what you said, Jerry, is very true. We're all subtly different.
Yeah.
You can find yourself, you have a reaction to something that somebody else doesn't have.
Right.
If you have a reaction, obviously don't buy it.
Right.
And you look for another one, or maybe even tell us what happened.
Right.
And Lori can actually make something that
You're
doesn't
welcome.
have that substance in it,
Right.
but has all the healing things in it as well, and you can use something close to it.
Right, right. And you're right. And that's why I only gave the little sample because, like I said, I know that I have not had reactions to anything that I have tried, but his skin and my skin are not the same thing. And if there's a reaction there, then you're right that he could reach out to you and say, hey, I had a reaction to it. Do you think you can tweak it or something like that?
Right.
Exactly.
There's a lot of times that Lori and I are working out in our yard, and I'm cutting the same plants that she's working on, and she ends up with a rash on her arms, and I'm looking at her like, what happened?
Mm-hmm.
And and I'm working with the same stuff, and there's nothing wrong with my arms.
Yeah.
So now she's got to put cream on to calm that skin down.
Yeah.
So that it doesn't stay all rashed out.
Right.
And like you said, Peace Out works. Peace Out is a cream that's used for someone that is in a lot of pain. Ruby Hippie is an all-around cream. It's a specialty cream. We've had people buy it for all different things. It's so funny. Much like Western medicine, we found that even though it works for what we intended it to work for, it also works for other things.
Yeah.
So some people use it for gout. Some people use it for joint pain.
Yes.
Some people use it as a anti-aging, no wrinkle, moisturizing cream.
Yep.
My nephew uses it for acne. So go figure. If that's what he does for them and they're happy with it and it's all natural and nobody is having a reaction, that is the best thing we can give them.
Right.
And you don't eat it.
Right.
Yeah.
Even though it smells good enough to where you can do that. Even though it smells good enough to where you want to. Let me rephrase that. So no dumbass will go out there and eat it.
I didn't say it.
I did. We all know my show is R-rated. Lori should have told you that. I have no PG show. Hopefully nobody's kids are watching. No, but that's really cool. I mean,
Yeah.
now how long has Holistic Wellness Blends been in existence? I mean, how long have y'all been doing this?
Oh, 6 days. I'm kidding. It's been a while.
No. We've been doing this since, just doing it for us since about 2011, 2012, and for our family and our friends. And then in last year was when we finally incorporated. And God, it's just been a roller coaster ride since then. But it really is, like he says, a labor of love. I still am not tired of it. Yeah, I get tired from making a 7-day cream, or a 5-day cream, or a 3-day cream. But at the end of it, every single time I get done with that cream, I go, oh, this is the best cream I've ever made. And so I know that I still love what I do, and that it's not work. I'm like, oh, these people are going to feel so good with this on this, So Ruby Hippie's good for a substitute for Peace Out or the Balancing Relief Cream.
Yeah.
Either one of those are they're all specialties, but they're very, very good.
Yeah, and they all play different roles.
This has taken years to develop. It started with Lori's health going downhill, and by 2011, 2012, it was like, okay, we really need to come up
Mhm.
And it was never pointed in my direction, but you know, hey, I find myself using some of this stuff as well, just because, like I said, we all kind of suffer from things very similar with our skin. So it works.
And if you notice, everything right now is going back. Watch all the advertising on TV. I've been doing it since I started. But watch all the advertising. It's all going back to a plant-based in the formulary.
Mm-hmm.
We're
Yeah.
seeing L'Oreal, seeing all these name brands. They're adding the niacinamide. They're doing a power C. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
They're all going back to sea buckthorn and cedarwood. And you're going to see everyone slowly moving over to this plant-based thing because our bodies are more susceptible, more sustainable if we feed it what it likes.
Right.
And now they're realizing, oh man, we gotta actually do the natural stuff. We can't throw this garbage in there to give you this smooth, this smooth lather or this smooth skin. Oh, by the way, that causes some people to burn, but most of the people are okay, so we're still gonna go with it.
Exactly. And that's what sets y'all's stuff aside too, is that
Big business is fighting itself because what it has to do is it still has to put all those preservatives in there so that their product will last for a much longer period of time.
Right, exactly.
We ship direct to you, and if it's summertime or you're in a hot weather climate, it's going to be in a cooler with an ice pack in it, so that it comes to you fresh and with directions that this is where you need to put it. You need to put it in your refrigerator or a cooler or something like that. In hot weather. Once the weather changes in October, all that goes away for 6 months. But now here we are moving into the summer months, and it's already been that way in some areas for over a month. You have to keep this stuff cool.
Yeah.
It's really important that you know that, and that the people that get this, we tell them that they have to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you have air conditioning, it helps. People in air conditioning helps. Just don't stick it in the sun. It was really made to be made in small batches to preserve the freshness and the quality of it.
Right.
Which is why it's not a business. Which is why it's a small family business at this point.
Right. And I keep my stuff down in the basement because it's very cold and dark down there. Even though it's my Reiki room, it's cold, dark, it's cozy, everybody goes to sleep. I keep moisture out of the basement because I constantly have a dehydrator going constantly. That thing fills up. I got to empty that almost every day, but that I keep stuff in a cold, dark place so that it'll keep its longevity there. Up here, it's a little bit warmer, so I don't keep stuff up here.
Yeah, you live in a climate that has more humidity in it, so that's something that you need to do. But you also have the advantage of having a basement. You don't have those out here in the West. The ground's too damn hard to be digging into, and they just don't do it. So
it's a full live-in basement. So it's full living down there. It's extra rooms and extra bathroom down there. It's like you could live down there. The only thing that's not down there is the kitchen. So it's a full living room down there. Yeah.
There you go.
So,
I miss the basement. I had a basement in Illinois. This is not my initial state. Steve has been here since he was young, but I miss the basement. You can put a lot of crap in a basement.
Yeah. You can hide all kinds of stuff there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was born and raised in the Southwest, and we don't have that type of construction here, so that's new to me.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's nice though. So it's nice to have it down there.
Yeah. Well, I really want to thank you, Jerry, for giving us the opportunity to explain what we're trying to do and show people that
that.
them with skin-related issues.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, I appreciate y'all coming on. I'm going to get Kimberly telling people that I store dead bodies down in my basement. I'm going to have to beat her up.
Oh my God.
I do Reiki down there, and I have Lori's products down there because they're safe, and I do all my roller bottles and all my stuff downstairs. It's very serene down there. It's like a second home. So yeah, see, even Lucy Davenport says she loves it down in my basement. She knows the deal. You go down there, you'll fall asleep. So, but
There you go.
yeah, but no, y'all's products are hands down like David. You'll have to like reach out to Holistic Wellness Blends and get your little free samples, because I'm telling you, they're just awesome.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking, you go out and do some of these investigations there. You're outside at night and you don't know what you brushed up against, and you come home and you go, oh my God, my arm's scratchier than heck. You need to put some stuff on it, and we'll get something over to you, because I know if I was in that position, that's probably what I'd end up doing. So
Yeah.
be careful.
Yeah.
Now,
I mean,
does Dave close to you? Does he live close to you?
I see David 3 times a week. So if you want to send something over to me, I can bring it to him.
Yes.
It's
Now,
not a
Dave,
problem.
You get it. Make sure you tell me you got it.
Yeah, I can do that. And David, I'm sure David will tell you that he got it, because I won't be a greedy bitch and keep his stuff.
Because it's for Dave.
Spoiled.
I haven't seen Dave lately. Maybe he's down in that basement.
Yeah, I got it hog tied. Nobody's coming up from the basement. People that come over here disappear.
There you go.
Yeah, Kimberly said your stuff is truly good stuff. So, Lucy, I know had samples of your stuff from the Boo Bitch event. So yeah, it's really good stuff.
Thank you.
Yes, it's worth the wait, and I'm excited for the website to come up. That's what I'm waiting for.
Yeah,
Amongst
we're gonna
other
be sales
things.
in July.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah. So that's going to be cool when that comes up. And note that it doesn't take let me just throw that in there, because I got how many minutes do I got left, Dave? 5? Yeah, about 5 minutes. All right. So let me just put out there that they don't, this is not a one-day thing that they make. I mean, this takes, Lori, how many days does it take you to do something, so that people understand the effort and the work you have to put into your product?
Yeah, a regular cream that I make that you'll be able to buy on the website, it takes me at an average of 2 days to make, and then there's a whole other day of labeling.
Yeah.
So we are a 2-man team here. We do everything, the marketing, the advertising, the labeling, but we can't always just make a cream and have it done in one day.
Right.
You have to add everything, and then you refrigerate it, and you take it out the next day, because you need everything to blend together. And then you put it at room temperature, and there's the second step. It's all the same process, but it's the second step. And by the end of that day, I may even put it back in the refrigerator for an hour and take it out and whip it into a nice, fluffy whipped cream or a fondant.
Yes.
And then I know it's ready.
Yeah, I love that stuff. When she says whippy, she means whippy. Whippy.
It's always better the second day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good the first day, but if you let it sit for a while, it's good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah. And it holds its form.
Yes.
And I can tell by that second day if it's going to be okay that day or if it needs another day. Our Groovy Hippie is a 5-day cream. That takes 5 days to make. And I know that's your favorite.
Yes.
Our Peace Out takes us. Our Balancing Relief cream acne, skin tightening, skin brightening,
Yes.
and
Good
it
stuff.
deals with pain as well.
Yeah.
So that takes me 3 to 4 days to make.
Yeah.
And so all of these that when you see the cards that come with them, and you read all the ingredients, you go, oh my God. Well, that's why it takes so long. Because
Right.
adding these ingredients as your days go by.
Yeah.
And then at the end, when it's done, you're just ecstatic because now you're not making that cream for another, 5 weeks, 4 weeks, because there's a whole rotation going.
Yeah. It's good stuff. So y'all, she's going to launch her site next month. And what I'll probably do, if Lori doesn't mind, I'll schedule her in at on another time slot when, shortly after her stuff launches. Cause I think I got a book up in August, and then we can talk about your site and your social media stuff as stuff launches, if that's okay with you.
That sounds great.
Yeah. That way we can promote that. And I'll get together with you on some dates.
Okay.
If that's good.
In the meantime, we'll wait for you guys to come out here, and I'll take you over to the Whaley house, and I'll go have a margarita.
Okay.
Have a good one.
That sounds like fun.
You'd love it.
That sounds like fun. But I really appreciate y'all coming on. And Lori, I'll get together with you on dates as far as dates to come back on.
Okay.
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 But I appreciate y'all taking your time out your schedule to come on Vibe Time with Jerry.
Our pleasure. Our pleasure. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
Great.
Yes, it was great talking to y'all, and I'll be in touch with you.
Okay.
Okay.
Care, gang.
Thanks.
Thank you.
See you again.
Yep. Bye.
Bye.
Well, that was really cool. I'm going to get off of Ryan's part. Hold on one second. All right, let me continue so that Ryan's show can continue. Okay. So, Holistic Wellness Blends, like Lori and Steve said, their stuff is going to launch next month. So, we'll probably bring them back on. I know I got a book up for August, except for the last week, if I remember correctly. So we'll be back. I'll get together with Lori on the dates, and then maybe we can, talk about their social media sites, because they're going to be doing some other social media stuff. And then we can, go over their website and kind of look at that and some of the different things that they have on there, because, like I said, her products are really, really good products. So, reach out to, I'll put Lori's stuff on under the comments where y'all can reach out to them if you have any questions in regards to their products or any of the things that you might be interested in trying, because like I said, it's packaged nice, and it goes beyond the packaging part of it. It just feels really good on your skin. It doesn't clog your pores. And that's what I like about it. And she has stuff for eczema too. If you know anybody that has eczema, I got my eczema, psoriasis really bad. Eczema and psoriasis is what he gets. So something to think about. Let me see. What are we going into with next week? Is that going to be, isn't that our paranormal? I'm lost on my own calendar. Paranormal roundtable. Can anybody hear me, or can y'all hear me still? Paranormal roundtable. I hope y'all can hear me. You can't hear me? Because I don't have my headset on. I pulled my headset off. Are you telling me to put it back on? Did you just say that to me? See how I get treated, y'all? Say it again. I can't hear you. I can't help it. Can't hear you. We always have to have a blooper in my show. Always. I'm going to unmute your mic just to be a real. My question to you is, can people on Facebook hear me or not? I can't read lips. Okay, y'all. All right, next week's Paranormal Roundtable, and Dennis Eslock is going to be joining us because I don't know if we're still on or not. So I'm getting off because nobody will put anything in the comments to let me know.